games, you know, like if they're gonna do anything for their events.
Oh yeah.
Article games you wouldn't expect to be, had sex mod, like it was Starbound and Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Like somebody modded to have like the cards, had a little bit of nudity on them. It's like,
And we're back with more Persona 5. Good intro. Good intro.
Yep, new day, new session.
Okay, let's get going. So last time we were in Kamoshida's palace. We died a couple times.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to see if we can finish it this time without having to go back.
We're gonna try to finish it. Yeah.
I think we're pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah, our levels are pretty good except for Morgana's health.
Had a pretty good discussion about Pokemon generations, which was pretty good. It certainly made those 2 hours fly by. You guys aren't going to see the full 2.5 hour chunk of footage, but it really did fly by when I was having to rewatch the footage for mistakes and whatnot. And there really wasn't any. I haven't really edited out much in terms of footage because I need to use everything we have because we barely get the 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but I need the one that walked away.
Also, the red ones are
Yeah,
really high level.
he's the target I need.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. I'm going to fight them.
is there nothing to hide behind?
Well, this crack in the floor is the only thing saving me at the moment, so
I can feel it.
Like they can't see past the crack.
I guess.
That's weird.
Come on. Oh, he's on me. Alright, that works.
Oh no, he got the advantageous strike.
Should be okay, hopefully.
One thing that's kind of a bummer about Gen 4, going back to my prior conversation, I don't mean to mess anybody up by talking about a different game, but whenever we have to do grindy battles like this, I move the conversation elsewhere because there's really nothing for us to talk about. I had this conversation with Miguel yesterday because I had to call him on the phone because he wouldn't text me back, so I had to be more social and actually call him on the phone. I sent him a myriad of texts the other day, and it's like, fine, I'll be old-fashioned and actually call him on the phone. And a way that was nice. We had a nice 46-minute conversation. But he was concerned that our dialogue last time was too focused on other games, which, yeah, it was focused on other games, but there's only so much you can talk about when people are grinding out battles in RPGs, because at that point, if there's nothing to talk about, then it's just going to be dead air, and I don't want that for this series, so that's what I pretty much told him. And what I wanted to talk about, I kind of talked about with both of you separately, was the idea of streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I think he's too high level.
So, what did you guys think about that? And the audience can chime in too in the comment section. But
I'm fine with that. I was always up for like variety as far as what we show.
So like I thought it was a pretty good idea. Like Tuesdays, I stream like a Tales of game because I'm in the mood to play that because the definitive edition is coming out in January.
The full left eye.
And Miguel likes to play
gotta open that
games
door.
like multiplayer games, so
That door?
You'll see.
we'll probably either do 100% orange juice or Don't Starve Together. And I'll do orange juice to get it out of the way. Because that game, I have horrible luck in that game, and it's not fun for me. This other time, I almost won, and then Miguel made me lose on purpose, and it was like, God damn. It was so, I was pissed off for like one day afterward, because it was so dumb. That game is so dumb, you guys have no idea.
But when he said he could make me win, I didn't know what he meant. Until he did it, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's like, I was like, well.
I didn't know there was an achievement for it either.
It's one of those things where, that sucks. It sucked for me, I can tell you that much, because I was actually close to winning this time around. You have to get really, really lucky in that game. But in my off time, I've been playing Pokemon Pearl again because I love that game. Gen 4 is probably, next to Gen 2, is like my second favorite generation.
The one generation I haven't played.
It's really good. I highly recommend it. Well, it has its downfalls in terms of there's very limited variety for certain types.
Yeah.
And I've run into that problem because like Luxray, which came from that generation, is one of my favorites from Gen 4, but his move pool is kind of horrible. The only really good stab move that he learns is Spark. And the reason why I say Spark over Thunderfang is because Thunderfang has a 5% chance to miss. So for me, realistically, that's a 25% chance to miss. So I prefer Spark over Thunderfang for that reason. But he doesn't learn any other electric type moves until level 56 when he learns Discharge. And his special attack is decent, but his base attack is 120, which is like, freaking amazing. It's just there aren't any good physical thunder type moves.
Okay.
Electric type moves.
In that generation.
Good work.
The only other one they added was Wild Charge,
Yeah.
and that was in Gen 5, and that hits for a lot of recoil, so it's a double-edged sword. But like Volt Switch is special based. Volt Tackle Pikachu only learns. He can't learn Thunder Punch because he doesn't have any hands. So
There's a door right here. We needed keys for the guys.
That's right.
yeah, this is where we got to last time, I think.
Well then.
A lustful eye.
Oh, there's an elevator to the basement. I could have sworn we had to go down there for something though.
We saw it and you're like, oh, it's an elevator, and then like
Yeah.
we like ran past it.
I thought we'd have to go back for one of the eyes, but guess not. So.
Because I do remember that because it was on the footage. It's like, it's an elevator. I'm like, it was funny because we also had this conversation with Kills yesterday. Towards the end, he was getting a bit moody, and you could tell on the footage when you rewatch it. I'm like, uh-oh. But I've instated this policy, and I talked to Miguel with it, like a tag-in policy. So if one of us gets too salty, we'll just tag out, and we'll switch on who's playing. Because initially the basis for this series will we get to experience games that we've never played before by having the person who voted for it play it. But now that I think about it, maybe one of us who hasn't played it should play it instead, because then it's a completely new experience for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, depending on what you guys feel about that, we'll definitely switch the controller around more often.
The main protagonist has double boost.
No,
Based on
the way
persona, I
the
have
way
to
this
put it.
works is even the main protagonist can have weaknesses.
Yeah, because your
his persona
stats, you know, like your
changes.
strength, your magic, endurance, stuff like that, is determined by the personas you have. So.
It's just like Pokemon, Miguel, except imagine if you are Raichu and you take super effective damage from Earthquake. Because it's like you morph with Raichu.
You know, there was not really a one-off, but a short manga series based on that concept.
Oh, where you're fused with the Pokemon?
Yeah, like
That's-
instead of throwing out Pokemon, you use like a crystal or whatever, and then you become like a human Pokemon hybrid. It was really weird.
That does sound weird. It sounds rife with Rule 34.
Oh yeah, no,
stuff.
totally. Like
Like,
I haven't seen. I heard about
I'm
that, and I was
sure-
like, that's really weird. But
It's one of those things where if it's like a person with like Pikachu ears and a tail, then I'm okay with that because they're like 90% human. But if they're like tall, yellow body with fur, I'm like, no, I'm sorry, it's just not my deal. Not to judge people whose deal that is. It's one of those things
ooh,
where
that's good.
your mind can't comprehend to be attracted to that because it just isn't. So it's like, you know, one of those things where, oh, okay. And that's all you can really say, really. It's just, okay, cool. That's what you like.
Why is it 20%? You only got ambushed once.
Twice.
How you attack that guy?
I did, but because he still saw me, it still counts as being. Oh, okay, I know where we're at. All right.
We're in big ass room.
We're in Huge Ass's room. Any room he goes into is Huge Ass's room.
I thought that was original, but I heard it was one of the prank calls that Quark does.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? No, I could.
And it's
I
an actual
couldn't.
person,
No, I
too.
could. I could never take credit for that. Yeah, that was a Simpsons gag.
And it's a real person.
Yeah,
Hi, you guys.
it's because it's the episode where Mo gets popular and he actually calls him Huge Ass. I'm looking for a Huge Ass. I'm Huge Ass.
Oh, for you.
Hello. Listen, Mister, I'm gonna level with you. This
Oh.
is a prank call gone bad.
This guy.
Oh, okay. What a nice boy.
Another
Like,
mini boss.
Kind of, but this guy
Now then.
is a smaller version of an enemy slash persona you see way down the line, and you'll see what he looks like, and it's gonna be like,
time me.
Yeah, both of you
Oh,
should be able
okay.
to pick it
The
up here.
majestic tower penetrating the sky represents the Admiral King Kong Shida's most sacred place. There's nowhere for children like yourselves. Prepare for your punishment. Bitch. What kind of selfish reason is that? The only one who needs to be punished is... Oh. He's a... He's a penis with a mouth.
Pretty much, yeah.
Gross. Like, I'm not grossed out by the penis part.
It's
The mouth
just
part
funny
is
that-
just horrifying. Torn King of Desire.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't want to imagine that. Part of me has wanted to look up what broken penis looks like, but I just can't do it.
One of those things that's
It's,
NPC you
it's,
can't
just-
unsee.
it's probably one of those things like, oh my god, how fucking horrifying, and you hope to God it never happens to you.
Try one more
Oh,
thing.
I'm getting the chills just thinking
Yeah,
about
let me try one more thing. Should no. Okay.
Oh, he's not weak to eyes. Normally all penises
That's what I
are.
was, that's what I was about to say.
Eh, no shrinkage
Should
here.
be okay though. He's just gonna focus Anne, I think, for right now. So
Her name is Anne.
Yeah.
yeah.
You just realized this now?
No, I probably remembered it at some point, but it's like what
All
a
right, crit.
what a plain name, you know, for like everybody else is like
Nice going, Skull.
Ryuji is like a a Japanese name.
No,
And
she was born
Anne.
overseas though. So
Yeah, well, she's biracial
Yeah.
because she's half blonde, like she's blonde, blue-eyed, and always, biracial Japanese people always look like Europeans. I mean, I've never actually seen a biracial Japanese person. Once I did. Their father was Jamaican, and so pretty much, and this isn't being racist, but she looked like a black girl who just had a Japanese accent, and I'm like, wow.
Nice going, Skull.
That's cool. I never thought that combination happened because Japanese people are typically very xenophobic and they'll never